product lines because the demand is there, and it's gone from, about 25% of the show to now 40%. So being represented. And so, those companies are out there. We're finding here that there are smaller distributorships that are more family-owned that have a little more control over what's going on. And those are the people that are more excited about it because they're out there going into salons wanting to make a difference. Right. And so having somebody else, partner up with them is exciting for them. And I think it's just, it helps hairdressers and the professionals stand out. Yeah. Be a little bit different, and enforcing. And I say forcing because here in Utah, they don't require continuing education for cosmetologists. Oh, really? Wow. So we require that with the certification, that they have a certain number of hours every year. Yeah, good. And so it's making them say, okay, I'm going to take a class, and I'm going to stay on top of things, and I'm going to understand so that when my customer asks me a question, I have an answer.
I love that. I think
I do too.
These stylists are going to put themselves in front of a lot of people that way. Can you just give your website or whatever so people who are in that field can get a hold of you and if they're interested?
It's just saferbeautybar.com, and we're hairdressers. We're the hair section, but we've actually had I shouldn't say quite a few, but we've had some people reach out to us that understand what's going on, and they're like, we want to get involved. How do we get involved? Which is really exciting to us. And so we are working out the details to bring on estheticians, other other professionals with different experiences.
In the beauty, in the beauty industry.
So there are companies that are providing, face stuff, makeup stuff here in the States. It's just a matter of getting the names out and getting people to understand why it's important to vote with your wallet.
Right, and we as a consumer want to have those kind of products offered to us. So I think that's important. So I think... would you have something you want to say to him?
Well, a couple of things. I can't imagine that, because I've been to some of these big beauty, conventions in Long Beach and Las Vegas and whatnot. And I think at some point, if it's a grassroots, I can't imagine that if you're growing this, you get enough people, even if you don't have a ton of people, if you have enough of these professionals, these other products and these companies that you could not go and buy a booth even at a place like that to start getting more exposure. Is that kind of a plan?
Definitely. That's definitely something we're working with. And luckily I have had some experience with some of the different distributorships that kind of show, they put the shows on, because I've had some experience with just the education part of it. And so now it's just a matter of getting enough companies behind us so that we can get in there and start making a difference. But we're definitely kind of trying to start our own little thing here and then take it from there.
That's awesome.
I can see this growing. I can totally see it growing.
We'll stand behind you, ladies.
Well, especially
Yay, we're excited.
Especially this generation now are so much more. They're so much more worried about global warming and we're polluting our waters and all of these things. So
1 in 3 women get cancer. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, when you start looking at the health statistics,
we're getting
it's shocking.
Little. We're all starting to say, "Hey, stop." What the heck?
And it is kind of affecting everybody, even if you're not maybe in the salon. Something that I didn't really think about. Again, I should have. But they have cups, biodegradable cups, that we are also going to be showcasing and encouraging because they can mix their color in that. And and I'm like, that's right. We just... all the color left over, we just put right down our drain, and it's in our water.
Exactly.
I'm like, that. So how many hairdressers are doing that every single day? I'm guilty. I'm not judging. I did it, but I'm like, those are the little things like that will make a big difference in the environment with our health. And and it's just there's no reason we shouldn't be there already.
Safer beauty products equal safer environment.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
So you guys have some tips for consumers, for people who aren't in the beauty industry that are just going out and buying products. What can you tell them? What are some things that you can say to those of us who just want to be safer with the products that we use?
Well, our goal is to, on our website, to have options. So that's what we're working right now. Cool. It's some safer beauty options as far as at every price point. Something that you can find for everybody that's going to be a better choice. And So that's kind of where we start. We'll also have information on our website as far as articles, information, and things like that. That kind of, I think it's like you can click on the link and it can take you as far into the rabbit hole as you want to go, or just the basic knowledge and understanding of statistics and things like that to create just, I think, more awareness and more education with the consumers, because I think that's where it's really going to start.
Yeah, and availability for us too. So if we can't find something in our community, we can get online like we do for almost everything and order something that we know will be safe for us.
Well, and there's an awesome market in, and I'm just bringing up a name because it's not here. It's called Detox Market in California, which is an awesome, and I've been doing a lot of studying about them, and I would love to see something like that here, because it's just a store full of all sorts of really amazing products, and they have so much information and so many blogs. So that's kind of, we're going that direction with blogs and starting a podcast, and
we
things
want
like
to
that.
share these other websites and these other companies. We want to grow
Advocate.
this, advocate, and we want to grow this industry to a safer, industry. So we'll have some of these links on our website of other references that they can go to get more information. Leaping Bunny, that is a stamp of approval. If you see Leaping Bunny, you know that is cruelty free. But that's really the only one I can really even think of as far as what to look for. And again, people ask, and we're like, unless you know what this word is, the word
that's like 5 feet long.
Right. It's really hard to tell people
something glida, monosodium, sulfide, whatever. Hummela.
Watermelon.
Right, and our goal is, for the actual Safer Beauty Bar trademark, that's going to be the trademark that you're going to look for.
Kind of like the,
awesome.
non-GMO or the organic.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
We're right in the process of that right now.
We have lots of ideas, and we're startup, and we've been just plugging along the best we can, but we are determined to do as much as we can and take it as far as we can.
So do you know what your podcast is going to be called, or how do people find you on a podcast?
Raising the Bar in the Beauty Industry is what our podcast is going to be called. Safer Beauty Bar. They can probably find it even that way too. But.
And if they go to your website, I'm sure you'll have some links to your podcast when you get started.
So good.
So I'm so excited because I'll be listening.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. We will be.
Thank you for having us and letting us spread the word and get our mission out there.
I think it's so important. Is there any last things you'd like to say before we close up?
I've talked a lot. I'll let you. I always talk a lot.
I mean, we've covered a lot. So, I mean, just the beauty industry, consumers, just spending our money where it's going to make a difference, I think is so important.
Yep.
Right. Well, and I think just when you start to think about what you're using, and, in fact, I was talking to a customer today in my chair, and I said, you don't have to go crazy. Just start making better choices. Yeah. And, if you can have a website, and that's what we're hoping that we'll be providing with places to start. So you're making better choices, and you're supporting the companies that are making better choices.
That are trying to...
Right. And creating the demand that... And that's where it's going to be. The consumers are the one that are going to drive this bus.
Yeah. Our money makes
and
those
it can
choices.
be overwhelming when you think of everything you have to switch out. So I say to people, you know what? Do one thing. Just take one thing. Start with deodorant. Then maybe do your shampoo. I mean, just slowly start swapping. We've been using it for how long? 45 years. Right. So another 2 weeks or another 6 months isn't going to hurt. Just slowly start switching out some of those products.
Well, it's like what we put in our body. I mean, if we take the same advice, switch out one thing. I mean, start with one thing that you do that's not good for your body. Change that into something good. Do the same thing that you put on your body. Change that into something good. Just kind of make that a habit to do that.
Women put anywhere from 18 to 20 products on before they walk out the door in the morning.
Not me.
That's amazing.
That's a statistic.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
So I'm like, I just think out of those, start with those that you're using faithfully every day, and just start switching those out. That's what I always say. Start with those first, the top 20 of your favorite products, and start switching out.
Tomorrow I'm counting. Let's see what it is.
Dori's all natural.
I'm like,
She's a natural beauty. All that.
She can do that.
I'll report later.
Well, thank you, ladies. It's
Yes.
been fun.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it.
You guys are awesome. Thank you
great.
so much.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate it.
Okay, make good choices.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Everybody get up.
This has been Fit and Hippie with Dori and Lori.
Until next time, make good choices.
Don't forget to share and subscribe if you like our podcast, and you can find us at fitandhippie.com.
That's fit in, the letter in, hippie.
And you can find me, Lori, at Mom to the Nines, which is mom, the number 2, the word the number 9, and an S.com.
And you can find me, Dori, at DoriMadsen.com. That's DORI Madsen.com. You know, Dori, the fish. Okay. Is that all of it?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
We've had to talk to Dori about that.
I'm like go off on bunny trails because I'm Dori, the squirrel. I'll go with you. Squirrel. All right. Now we got to pretend like we know what we're doing.